Welcome, beautiful soul. Honey, you've just entered a sacred space. I don't know if you knew that, but now I'm going to let you know that here, baby, your softness is your power. Your voice is honored, and your soul is so safe to rise to the heavens. I'm Dejasia Divine, and I am so honored to have you here. Baby, it's self-love, self-devotion, expression, authenticity, feminine embodiment, spirituality, and living in purpose is your thing. You're going to want to hit that subscribe button because I got juicy things in store for you. Question numero uno. Baby, I don't speak Spanish. Anyways, question number one, who is Dejasia Divine? Okay, I'm a woman from Kentucky, born and raised. I'm biracial. My mother's black, my father's white, and I pretty much grew up with some identity issues. And I met my father and his side of the family when I was 5 years old. May I add that I'm also a Sagittarius, and baby got feisty as soon as she came out the coop. Okay, so I remember my light being so bright, so vibrant, and just very magnetic at a very young age. I was into dancing, singing, fashion, beauty, all the things super young. And once I met my father, they instantly came in and started trying to change me. So to me, being loved meant I had to change myself. Not only for family and friends, but for partners, for society. I had all of these pressures on me. How I walked, how I talked, how I dressed, the things that I was interested in, the things that I would talk about. Baby, which all led me to being mute. I'm going to sit here and be cute. I need to be desirable at all costs, at all times. And I used my body to receive love. Deep down inside, I always knew, though, that there was so much more to Dejasia. I literally had so many interests, but as soon as I tried to act on them, I was so terrified that I was going to be judged, ridiculed, and just dismissed. And so I said, you know what? I'm just going to show up how they want me to, and that's just going to be that. But I spent so many years, most of my life, silence, quiet, and in relationships and friendships and connections that did not serve me at all. Literally drained me dry, bone dry, nothing left. Okay? And then I graduated college and I said, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm ready to shift gears now that I'm in control and do things a little different, because I always knew that that wasn't the life that I wanted to live. Even as a young girl, I would literally see beautiful women just out there vibing, living their lives, being super expressive, feeling confident and comfortable in their skin and their clothing. I battled body dysmorphia. I had anxiety, and I was bullied from elementary all the way up until freshman year in high school. So I really just wanted to hide. Being seen meant, baby, shred. They gonna tear you up. And I just said, you know what? I want to love me. Regardless of who feels what about me, I want to love me. I want to feel confident. I want to be able to show up and show out. And so I moved to Houston after I graduated college, miles away from everything that I've known, out of my comfort zone, to really take that leap of faith and start my spiritual and self-love journey. That led me to having my daughter. I had her at home naturally. That also was another spiritual awakening within me. Honey, unlocked my throat chakra even more. And I came home to myself more and more and more, and I'm still coming home to myself more and more and more. And I just want to let you know, because you're here, baby, this is your homecoming too. This is your step. Or whether you've been in your journey for a long time or you're new to it, but you're true to it, because it's always been a burning sensation in your belly, in your intuition, letting you know that you were also too meant for more, which is why you're on my channel. But life is really a journey, and I've been on this journey for 7 years now. This is year 7, and it's time to be seen in a whole new way. It's time to take it up levels and levels and levels, and I won't stop, because in this lifetime, baby, we go all the way. I'm so devoted to this work, because I've also seen my mother search for love. I've also seen other women in my family, close family, distant family, online, searching for love all the time outside of themselves, putting everybody else above them, before them, leaving them to just scrape whatever's left. And you see it. You see it in their energy. You see it in their auric field. Baby, they're tired. They're exhausted. They're depleted. They're lost. They're confused. And they want more. We're deserving of more. The reason we have these urges is because we are so deserving of more. And I knew that I was going to change all of that. It was for my inner child. And now it's for my daughter and my community. That each and every woman deserves to feel happy and confident within her skin. She deserves to be able to regulate her emotions and have access to information that's going to assist her on that journey, because it isn't easy. Baby, walking through the shadows, it's dark. But when you have a community, it makes it all the more better and beautiful. It's needed. And because we're in this self-isolating time where I do believe that your self-love journey, your spiritual journey will have phases, whatever, that you will need to spend time alone. But you also need to have those people in your corner in your life that can help assist you, that can love on you, that can pour into you. Because essentially we're all here to help walk each other home. I can hold your hand, you can hold mine. And that's why it's so important that I do this work that I do, because I've had to walk my journey pretty much on my own, right? And with the grace of God, God's given me all the strength. God's aligned me with all the other beautiful women online and in these sacred spaces, in different seasons of activation in my life, where I've just been aligned with the right information, the right people, the right vibes, the right energy, because I put myself out there to receive it. And so I'm so honored with this work, because nobody deserves to live a life where it's just so hard and mundane, where you just continue to stifle that fire down because we feel as though there's no way out, but there is. There's several ways out. You just got to figure out what's your way. And I'm here to help you figure that out. Maybe you don't have to do it alone. Nobody should have to do it alone. But where I can help lift you up, hold your hand, walk alongside you, that is my jam, and that's what I'm going to do. With my whole heart, with my whole mind, with my whole soul, my whole body. And again, I use my body so much for love. And when we're operating in this 3D of consciousness, we think that the looks and our appearance is the only way. We have to be six-band perfect. I was a perfectionist, baby. You would never see me post anything online that showed any imperfection, okay? But I've learned to embrace them. I've learned to come home to my body, to come home to myself, and really figure out who I am. And each and every time I go through something, it shows me more and more who I am and how I want to embrace myself, my authenticity, and really stand firm in what I believe in my desires. And if you don't know what your desires is, because you're so overstimulated and have so much debris of what everyone told you about yourself and told you how to be, this is where we start to deprogram that. This is where we start to shed old skin to gain new. Will it happen overnight? No, it won't. I'm never gonna be the one to lie to you. But with help, baby, we're gonna shed off some layers. We're gonna shed off some time. And you're right where you need to be. Allow it to be a journey. We're not just focused on the destination. Because when you focus just on the destination, it keeps things a little stagnant, a little musty, crusty, and then you end up being miserable. Trust me. I know. Right? Maybe I didn't want to be a stranger in my body anymore. I didn't want people to constantly tell me and dictate my life and to shame me for when I wanted to do the things that I truly wanted to do. I didn't want to continue to get my identity lost in my partners. I didn't want to continue to be super codependent on my friends, family, and partners and not take accountability for my own actions. I didn't want to continue to numb the pain, drinking and having sex and partying. I really wanted to figure out how to cope and to connect with God, because only God was going to be the one to be able to get me through. I needed something outside of myself to be like, it's okay. It's okay to be. just who you are. It's okay to do the things that you want to do. Oftentimes we feel like we need permission. And what I'm here to tell you is you give yourself that permission. Because if we constantly leave it up to other people, they're going to continue to tell you differently than what it is that you want to hear. And then you're going to constantly go against yourself. We're not doing that anymore. You know who you are. And nobody can give you all the answers. They can help you. But it's time that you also learn to trust your own internal guidance. Hear your own voice. Make your own moves. And love you. Unconditionally. Because you set the tone for everything else in your life. The love, the career, and all of those things extra. But can you imagine living a life not loving you for forever and always? So by being here in this community, on this channel, you're going to get tips. You're going to get guidance. You're going to get some mental health guidance. You're going to get a community. You're going to get spiritual guidance. You're going to get self-devotion rituals. You're going to feel empowered. You're going to feel safe to release and be soft and just be. You don't have to do all the time. You can come here and just be. Get what you need and go on and apply it to your life, or just rest and let it marinate. Let it plant and then water it as time goes on. But you're going to get exactly what it is that you need with the intentions that you set, and I'm going to show up and provide beautiful, abundant information, subliminals, EFT tappings, everything that's going to help you shift your mindset and gain a new perspective to lean more into your authenticity, to help you be more self-devoted in your life and figure out which direction you need to go. I can't tell you verbatim what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to go and what it's supposed to look like. But I'm going to provide you all that I've used, the modalities, the techniques, the breath work, and then you see how it works for you and take what resonates and let fly what doesn't. But baby, this is where we come home to ourselves. No more playing it small. No more just out here looking for that external validation. We are giving it to ourselves. We are giving it to ourselves. We are affirming ourselves. Listen, we are stepping into our highest timeline, the highest version of ourselves. We are walking the walk and talking the talk. It's not just to look cute. It's about embodiment. Really embodying it inside and out. Because change happens on the inside first. This isn't no just get quick and like, baby, this is soul work. Soul work. So if you're here and you're ready to do the work, and you're ready to come home to yourself, and you're ready to just feel good and change things for your family, for your community, to really show people that it's possible and that you can really do it, lean in, because this is where it starts. I'm so honored to have you here. Thank you for spending time with me, and look forward to what's coming next. If you're ready to really come home to yourself, baby, subscribe and join the community, because it's gonna be up. Okay, it's 2025 and time is gonna go by whether you're fulfilled and happy or you're not. So you might as well lean in and be intentional and really connect with your soul and not just the world, right? Lead with your heart. Surrender the pain. Shift your mindset. Embody the highest version of you and change your life. You change your mind, you change your life. You connect with spirit, you connect with God, you connect with yourself, you devote it to your life, you give your life everything that you got. Baby, it's only right that you rise. And I'm ready to see you rise. So thank you for being here. And look out for that next video. Yeah, it's gonna get juicy, spicy, sensual, all the things.